Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer and this is the UK Northern Powerhouse on Transport Fever 2. This is going to be episode number 58 in the series, and in this episode we're going to stay in the Liverpool area because I really would like to rebuild Liverpool Lime St. This is going to be the second rebuild, I know, but I'd like to just make it look a little bit better. As the series has progressed, I've tried to get a little bit better and make things look a little more realistic. We've come back to the St Helens area because in the last episode we built this section of track which goes up towards Wigan. It did mean we had to rebuild St Helens, but I think it was worthwhile because now we've got St Helens Central Station and St Helens Junction represented as well, and that was important to get the Transpennine Express service from Liverpool up towards Oxenholme in this instance, but it would have been the Liverpool to Glasgow service, which is, I think it went into operation last year or the year before possibly. I think it was last year, but yeah, that's now in place, so I'm pretty pleased with that. St Helens recovered quickly. It's got 14,000 destinations reachable by public transport since we added the extra service, and we haven't even done the other services which will use St Helens yet. I'm not entirely sure. I think a Blackpool service definitely will be. There might be some other services as well that will use that section of track. So yeah, that's all looking pretty good. I've done a bit of work with the detail and things like that. Put some of these buttresses and walls and things in, make it look a little bit better. And around here as well, doesn't look too bad. And yeah, so I'm pretty pleased with this. And then coming over towards Liverpool, I'm not so pleased with it because for some reason I built it, I think I want to pause the game actually, for some reason I built it looking in kind of a northeasterly direction, where in reality it's more of a southeasterly, and it does make a big difference to where the tracks are and things. And I would like to revisit this cutting here now because the scale's out and everything. I can't make it 100 like really accurate, but I'd like to make it look a little bit better if I can somehow, and just rearrange the track. So I am pretty hesitant to rebuild a station because in the last few episodes with like Northallerton, it just completely messes up all the services, but I just think I want to do it. I want to get it finished and looking good, looking more accurate. I know it's not 100% necessary, I just think it would be better before we move on and finish the rest of the rail network. Now I have pause services coming in, so we are going to get a bit of a backlog of services pretty soon, so we do have to just wait for him to get out of the way, and then I want to start demolishing the track. And I am going to demolish the station because I think this has got the third rail track in it as well, because when you place the segments down or upgrade it, it replaces the high-speed track basically in stations with this mod turned on, replaces the track, and we've got like a brown colour going on as well, which I think it would be, I'm pretty sure it'd be blue, not Northern, but I think it is a Network Rail managed station, so I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure what we're going to do. We're going to demolish it. Let's just bite the bullet. I think I was just procrastinating. Okay, look at all that, great. So let's just demolish all this. I think actually demolish all this as well. The approach is going to be rebuilt and made look a lot better, I hope. We're going to play around with the retaining walls and see if we can't really make this look a lot better than it does, so get rid of all that. I think I'm going to quickly demolish this and then we will return to the building action. Okie dokie, so we've demolished all that we need to around this area. Just want to make sure that it's still kind of lower than the rest of the terrain. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I just want to make sure. So the station itself, it's not like on a massive angle, so if we orientate ourselves, so it's not like completely on an angle, but it is just pointed ever so slightly southwards. So I think if we get this, actually no, we want to be levelling, don't we? So if we start the actual levelling itself from that sort of orientation, that will get us a good basis on which to start the build, and I think that nice slope up there works as well. So something like that. We'll continue this cutting right out, I think. So this actually, if I get this right, this lead up here can be a little bit straighter because it doesn't curve back like that either. So let's do that, and then let's demolish all this as well. I don't want to demolish too much of the road because we have got bus lanes and bus networks and things. I don't want to disturb them too much. So if you get the building, it's going to be a terminus, obviously. No, we're going to use that blue building size doesn't really matter at this point. We will rebuild. It wants to be 240 metres long because that's what we're using for mainline services. Standard track, tenere yes, canopy none. That will just save us a bit of time. So it wants to be facing something like that, possibly. Let's just maybe a little bit. I'm just going to refer to the map. Yeah, maybe a little bit too exaggerated, I think, that time. Let's do it again. If we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. So let's just... So it wants to be, I think, something like that. That'll do. And then we're going to configure this station. So what do we want to do? First of all, we want to get rid of everything. Well, all the platforms anyway. We'll keep the track in. Get rid of all of this. Hopefully that won't get rid of the building. So we want platforms. I think, actually, no, we won't. Oh, that's going to get rid of the building. Never mind. Right, platforms, blank platforms. I'm just gonna, what I want to do is create a bit of a concourse at the bottom here, just to make it even better, even more realistic. Well, as realistic as we can get it, and we'll put the building on later. So what we want to do is platforms, actually. The initial platforms, so we want them to be, and is this going to fit? So we'll do 2 down the middle, and then we'll have some benches. No, that's waiting rooms. Waiting rooms, why? Yeah, we'll do with some benches down the middle, right to the end, and then I've obviously got to put one on there because I took one away from the back, so that's all fine. Then track. It does, Liverpool Lime St, I'm pretty sure it has 10 platforms now since the upgrade, but we're not going to get that many platforms in. I can't remember how many platforms the one I just demolished had. I think it was definitely more than 4, wasn't it? I think they might be able to squeeze. No, it's probably better in this. So platforms, we want a blank one, and actually can I do that? And then we'll have, no, that's green, and then we'll have a row down here, and then I think we'll have a platform on the a track on this very end here. So yeah, build that, and then just 2 blank ones on the end, and then we just maybe extend the concourse out there perhaps, and then we want the track. So yeah, all I wanted was just 2 tracks down here, so we'll go with 6 platform edges, 6 tracks in total. I think that will be more than enough for this, because yeah, it's going to be quite a big station, isn't it, with this concourse and everything. So passenger building we want next, I think, in the blue variety. I might have to, no, I want really big building. Yeah, is this road doing anything? Don't think it is, but that's got a bus route on it, I think. Yeah, that's going to have to go just to make all this fit. So we want to configure, and then we want passenger building, want a nice big blue. Does it matter if I don't know what the blue does, but is that the biggest? Is there a bigger one? A couple of really big buildings there, and then actually this corner here isn't buildings in real life. We've got like the 2, trying to picture it now because you can see one of the big archways, and that's going to be a bit of an issue actually. Right, we'll have to keep an eye on that. But is it going to let us do some steps? No. Right, maybe if I get rid of one of the buildings, some steps. No, it's still right. Okay, dokie. So we'll have that on there. I'm not sure why it's not letting me build a set of stairs. That's a bit annoying. I can put one there, perhaps. That might work. But what I haven't factored in is the roof covering that track there, have I? So. Right, platforms, we are going to have a set of platforms down here, and I haven't factored in the symmetry either. It should be, no, it's not going to be symmetrical, is it? Or is it? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it'll be fine. Let's just take a quick look. So we're going to have 2, we are going to have that little thingy roof in there, because Liverpool Lime St does have 2 massive like barrel arch roofs, which I want to try and capture if I can, something like that. And then this continues. Actually, what I want to do first is, I think every bit which has a track, I just want a platform with some benches on it, because the main concourse obviously does have benches along it, so that's a bit better. Now walls, fences and walls, I can't even put anything there. It's really frustrating. I think what I'm going to have to do is we are just going to have to do, oh no, actually, oh no, then that's like that, isn't it? That's just a little bit frustrating. Is there anything else I can use? No, it is. I think I'm just going to have to continue the passenger building right on across the front. I think if I use like something, is there a smaller one? Can I get 2 in? Yeah, it's not super accurate. Oh no, I don't like that at all actually. No, configure, get rid of that. Now the only thing, I could have used the NL platforms, that would have been better. possibly. Let's just take one of them platforms. Where are the NL platforms? What do they? Because they are, yeah, considerably. No, they don't. They glitch out. That means I'd have to do all of those platforms as NL, and I really don't think that would work. These are really hard to delete as well. It does a step there, which is nice, but not where. Oh, that's where's the little bit to delete that? Right, so we'll get rid of that. You want to be blank, and then we're just going to have that step there. I think. Is there anything else that I can do? No, I don't think that there isn't. Is there? Never mind. Right, we'll chuck this roof in, and then we're just going to put a bit of a. Should I reorientate this road maybe? So this road wants to be dual carriage. Oh, can I? No, I can't. Damn. I can squeeze that one in, just in between the Liverpool Lime Street lower station, the Merseyrail station, and then maybe actually if we have a road that comes up there, another one, maybe another little road there, and then what I will actually do is this will be buses only through to there, and then actually I think we might be able to upgrade that possibly. What's that? That's looking quite ugly now, isn't it? Yeah, we are demolishing quite a bit of Liverpool here just to make this look right, but we want to get it all looking good. Get rid of that as well for now, and then this we actually want. Where's the high point? No, that's smoothing. We don't want to smooth. We want to bring this over here like that, and then there actually wants to be. So we'll have a little road running, not like that. Although if you just do too much slope, it wants to be flat anyway. So keep it flat. Point it there. Just want it to line up with these steps if possible. So maybe if I do a little tiny bit of road where the steps are, something like that. Make sure there's no massive kind of difference in elevation there, and then just a little bit of a curve. Bus lane, no. Oh, I'm upgrading the wrong track now. The wrong track, the wrong road, like that. And then what? And then this can carry on going up like that, because it sort of goes up alongside Liverpool Lime St, and almost by the time you're at the top of the hill, you are almost at roof level with the actual station itself. So keep that coming up, something like that. That sets all our levels then, and then might just have to have little bits in there. Shall have some more side streets? Why not? Encourage some growth after all the stuff we've demolished around here. Maybe just do a little bit of smoothing around this area, and this road wants to be connected up as well. This one again, another that doesn't quite go up alongside it, but it's not the end of the world. But I think again we'll do a little bit more demolition, because what we want the roads right up to the station like it is in real life, making use of every little bit of space that we've got available, and then just smooth some of that off. Paint, we'll get rid of all the paint because we'll have to repaint all this area. We have demolished quite a lot actually, haven't we? But never mind. And then just upgrade that with a bus lane to there, and then up that way, because I want a bus corridor, so that's bus only. And then actually I think, yeah, I'll leave that for now anyway, and that's hopefully buses only outside Liverpool Lime St. So that wants to be smoothed. That's all connected up. We've got a side entrance here, but it's got the glass as well. That's really frustrating. I mean, it is a bit like this. Like this wall here will just be glass, so I think we'll just have to imagine it's glass in this instance. Now, I think what I want actually to do is configure. I want some underpasses. Now I know the real station doesn't have underpasses, but just for the sake of passenger flow, especially within the game mechanics as well, just because I think the time it takes to walk does make a big difference from place to place. So if people are changing services, then it does make a big difference. So we will put in a cross there. Won't have any side entrances because that would just look a bit rubbish, especially with the height difference. So that's that platform. That's fine. Good. And then we'll get the track. Let's get all this connected up. So what we want is it is facing. I thought I hadn't built in the right orientation then. It just doesn't look quite enough, but I think it'll do. I think because of the way I painted that, I did this bit here, just made it look as if it wasn't the right angle. So yeah, get all this terrain up here, just making more than I need basically to get this cut into work, because this is a big element of the build. So we want something like that. We want the tracks along here. We want a section in a tunnel, because there's quite a big tunnel, and we've got to bring all these tracks in together. So tracks, high speed, no, that's third rail, with catenary, yes. So we're going to have 4 sets of tracks coming out. Actually, is it not sure. I'm just going to check the map. I'm pretty sure the tunnel is 2 separate tunnels, but I think we'll just, for simplicity's sake, we'll just go with one big tunnel just to keep it a little bit easier, a bit simpler for what? Just for me. Keep things simple. Right, so get those tracks in there and then join this one. Now I know we haven't got a huge amount of space to play with, but I want to get rid of the diamond crossings that were in place, and we're just going to have 2 sets of switches, just so again we can't. Can I get 2 really slow switches in here? So from there, let's see if we can get, come on, just a little, yeah, we can just about squeeze in 2 sets of switches. I'm not going to have the switches which go over so you can get from basically all 4 tracks to all of the platforms. I'm just going to segregate the actual platforms themselves. Too much curve, or just a little, oh, that's frustrating. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if we can do this first. Too much curve to about, no, it needs to be the other way, doesn't it? Yes, it does. So the switch needs to be there, doesn't it? Because it needs to get to the furthest platform edge. So that's in there. And then is it just going to let us do the littlest? No. Right, if I start from here, too much curve, construction not possible. I could I guess move this back, maybe, if it becomes too much of an issue. But we should be able to get a little, I don't understand why it's not letting us do a switch in here. And then is this going to be asking too much to get over to there? Too much curve. So we're going to have to move the tunnel. Well, that's annoying. Just a couple of more meters and that would have been sorted. So get rid of all that. Let's do what we're doing. Flatten this off a little bit. We only need a tiny little bit. I do want quite a big tunnel though, just to reflect that. And then that wants to move. We don't need to bother with that yet, do we? So that's all fine. And then we can put this tunnel back in. Hopefully that should provide us more than enough space for a couple of switches that we need. So it needs a switch from here, doesn't it, so they can get from that platform. So let's try and make it look a little bit symmetrical, so something like that, and then from here to there, good. And then another switch from here. I've got a little bit of symmetry going and on as well, on and on. Yeah, so basically in real life you can get from any of these 3 tracks to any of the 10 platforms in the station, but I think just to keep things simple we're just going to go with this, because it would just mean having quite a long block section between the station and the track. So what actually I wanted to do was assets, just for the sake of it. I just want to play around with something. Yeah, I just want to play around with the signal gantries. No, doesn't really need it, but I just wanted a little play. So that's solid gantry left stand, solid gantry right stand. Oh, that looks like something that looks different. And how do you get rid of this gantry? Now that is the question. I know how. Use that. That's better. That gets rid of those. I'm deleting track and everything before I figured that one out. Right, get this back in the way it belongs. Get that signal back in to there. Yeah, I mean again, the gantry isn't necessary, but I wanted to play around with it. So this is a solid gantry left stand. So something like that. And then I guess if we have one there as well. Solid gantry middle span. No, it's not gonna join up. Blank. See if I can get that to join up. Doesn't seem to want to. Right, get rid of that. So put that there. Solid. No, that's not that one. Mid span blank. Yeah, that's joining up this time, and then we'll have another one of these. Oh, is there a way to do something? Is there a way to do something? Oh, that snapped then, isn't it? To that. Not quite. And then is there a solid mid? No, that's mid span blank. Can I get this to go on there like so? That's, yeah, it's still, we'll live with it. I think I'll take it. It's only for the sake of 2 signals as well, this. Right, and then we want the signal itself. I just wanted to use this because I've never used this gantry system before. And then we want to put the actual signal. Is that facing the right way? Right, so that's that. So that should face. Oh no, right, one of these then. Need to get it so it's sitting inside that little box thing there on the lead in. So you come in through the tunnel onto a gantry. Probably not very good sight lines, are they, coming out of the tunnel, is it? Yeah, we'll live with that. That's fine. Good. So that's all in place. So now what I want is a road. This is the big thing with this kind of Liverpool approach, is the big kind of feature of it is the tunnels and the roads that are crossing it. So we've got loads of tunnels going on, loads of road bridges all connecting and going across the track. So that's what we want to try and recreate a little bit of. Now, do I want to put the road in first? I think I do. Now I road. Road, street. Good. Just cross that like that. And I think I will keep, I'm pretty sure like most of these are brick, but we'll have like a dirty colour there because they've got years of steam and diesel smoke and things like that. Really kind of made the approach quite dark. Or maybe sands. No, that's not right. Something like that. And we'll have a couple of these just crossing the approach. And now I have one last one here, like so. And then the thing I was in two minds because the last time I just used roads in order to force the embankments close together. But what I wanted to do was try and have a good play around with the retaining walls. So retaining wall, collision off. Now what this wants to be is plus 18. It's quite a long, not long, quite a tall cutting this, isn't it? Never mind. And then we'll go 40 metre sections, something like that. Now what we need to do, upper terrain width 20. That's what we want. So we want all out, and then lower terrain 1. That's the ticket. That's what we should have done originally. Is this going to let us collision? I thought collision. I'm on collision off, so we'll get one of them in there now. Are you colliding? Let's see if I can let's see if I can squeeze one in here first of all before we do anything. Before we go any further, so we'll get that 20 meters, 10 meters. Yeah, we are going to have a little bit of a thingy there, so that's fine. Can we get one 20 meter one here? Yes, we can. That's great. Although it is doing that with the terrain now. That's a bit upper terrain offset 0. Let's try that with a 10 meter section, which is snapping to the track. It is doing that still, isn't it? That's a little bit annoying. And then can we get some along here as well? Maybe 40 meter long. One more. Let's just let's come down here and take a look. We've got a little bit of, actually that's not too bad I think. Can we do a little bit of paint down here just to get rid of some of that rock effect? Make that a little bit smaller. Can we get, we can get rid of some of the rock effect on that, make it look alright. And actually the actual real approach does have like recesses in the walls and things like that, so yeah, I think I'll live with that. Bit of paint there. Am I going to move? No, I'm not going to move that tunnel, I don't think, but what I'm going to try and do is get a road over there. Is that doing something weird with, so that's put some of that wall back, and then if I put two little, right, let's do this another way. So we're going to have these streets running down as close as humanly possible. Oh, it's colliding, colliding with the back of that. Okie dokie, let's try this another way. So get rid of that and that and that. Get rid of it all. To assets. So we'll go with 20 meters from the bridge here, from the tunnel rather, and then the actual length of the upper terrain. We'll go with 5. Maybe 10. Actually, that's better. So we'll go one there, one there. What's that doing to our gantries? Our gantries are fine, they're still in place. Good. So next thing is road across here. Oh yeah, I think I am liking this. Yeah, we'll get rid of these. That one as well. And you, and you, and you. Good. And then we'll go another. Now we'll go 40 meters this time, right into the road there. And then we'll have another road. I finally learned how to use these retaining walls after all this time. I know they've got bus lanes on, but I'm not too worried about that. I will get rid of them. And then maybe, is it going to let us do a 20 meter retaining wall from 40 meter? Yeah, it just doesn't like it where there's a junction, does it? 5, 10. So we can get a 10 in there, just. And then can we do a 20 from here? No, 40. Just to. No, we're going to have. Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of an ugly corner. I think, yeah, I think whichever way you do it, it's going to produce a bit of an ugly corner. So we'll do that, and then can we just get a little bit of a 10 maybe with an overlap into there? And that's okay. Can I just flatten this terrain off? Just bring this right down. I'll smooth. Can I smooth this off? No, I can't. Let's get rid of these retaining walls. And you. Yeah, it's that retaining wall. So maybe assets, lower terrain, 10 meters projection. What was I doing? Did I do a 20? Yeah, it was 2 20s, wasn't it? So one there, and then a 10, wasn't it? In there, and then still got a little bit of a. Well, let's try this again. Just don't want that little crease in there. It just makes it look rubbish. So if you lower terrain width 20. Let's see what that does. So this wants to be 20 meters. We're gonna have to have that gap there. There's no way around it. And then coming into there. And then we'll do the same with these. So yeah, we've still got that ugly gap. Never mind. Right, that one in there. One of those there, and then 10 meters just finish that little bit off. And do we have? Oh no, it's. Oh no, hold on. There's a little bit of a bump there, but I think we will actually. I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to leave that as is, and then we need to do something with this as well. So if we get rid of the road first, I guess is the lesson, isn't it? I'm going to return that back to 5. We'll go with 40 metres out of the tunnel, and then put this road across here. Hold on, no, a bit closer. No, not quite. One last try. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, we actually can. Can I get these any closer? No, I think that's about as close as you're going to get, I think. And then we'll have. Actually, where are we? No, I think we're going to have to. I think after that one, we're going to have to end the cutting there. But I think we've kind of captured what's there anyway. So I'm pretty pleased with that. No, that's not going to let us do anything. So we're going to have to put a road in. Hopefully, construction not possible. Right, extend these out, and then can I just put a road across somewhere? Yeah, we are left with a little bit of a kind of crease there, but maybe, hopefully, something will decide it's going to build. Right, so we're going to have to try and avoid this little bit of wall. So bring this up to here, level with the wall, and then curve this in to there. Good, I think I'm happy with that. Can I get a crossroad in there, and then just a road coming down there to meet up with that, something like that. If buildings build here, then can I get the road any closer? I don't think I can, so I'm going to leave it there for now anyway. I might try and come back to it possibly. I just think that's as close as we're going to get without any collision going on. So I'm gonna take it because that's as good as I think I've had it. It's better than it was previously anyway, wasn't it? So it was definitely worthwhile, I think, doing this. In my opinion, I think it's much better. I think definitely from a train perspective, if we're going to do like journeys and stuff, then it's definitely from the perspective of the train itself. It will look so much better. Just curve these around. I'm not spending too much time. I just want to encourage some growth. I'm going to have to get buses right out here, I think. What's over here? You've got a bus station in the way. That's why. Maybe if we curve it. No, maybe if we do that looked a bit weird, didn't it? Right. From there, get all this connected up. And I have still got bus lanes turned on, and I just want a couple of cross connectors in here, another one there, and then we just need to get rid of all of these bus lanes that I put in, and it would have been so much easier if I just turned it off in the first place, wouldn't it? Never mind, just get all of these. Okie dokie, so we've done all that. I don't think, I was just looking at this edge. Can I paint this edge? No, that's good. I know it's not, it would be nice I think to get wall in, like the retaining wall in there, but I just don't think it would work. So instead I'm just going to go and paint it grey, concretey. Cool, I think I'll paint all this as well. That doesn't want to be painted, but this does. Paint all that. It would be nice if buildings kind of spawned on here, because that would get rid of some of that terrain glitching going on. And then this wants to be ballast, doesn't it? To about there. So I'll come down to rail level. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. I'm pretty pleased with this. That gantry, if we go into photo mode, we can actually come down here and we can pretend to be a train, can't we? So let's come right down. Yeah, not the best sight lines in the world. That probably wouldn't pass a network rail inspection, but I think, yeah, I'm gonna live with that. I just wanted to play around with the gantries basically. So we're coming out there, get rid of that road, and then this whole section, just refer back to the map. Yeah, so this track, I've deleted a little bit of track there, haven't I? That could cause issues, couldn't it? Potentially. No, good. Right, so get this one here, takes a hard right, I suppose, if you're coming out of Lime Street. Not too bothered about the curvature there. Would have been nice to get Edge Hill Station in, which is like the first. It's not actually that far out of Liverpool Lime Street, and then because it kind of comes out the tunnel and then in straight into Edge Hill, but I think we'll be asking a little bit too much to get Edge Hill in. But having said that, yeah, we're not going to get Edge Hill in, but I was just looking at this track, so get that all connected. No, we don't want a tunnel. We're out of the cutting now, so just get that in, cut in there, and then I'll smooth that terrain off. Why are you doing that? What's your problem? Construction not possible. Yes, it is. Perfectly possible. Right, bring that into there. Bring this track. Actually, I don't know where. Let's just double check the 4-tracking. Yeah, it's pretty much 4-track until the depot, which is around here somewhere. Well, the edge would be the Edge Hill depot, wouldn't it? So yeah, we'll put that in there, and then it does go into sort of 2 tracks as it leads into Lime Street. So that is fine. Have we still got a signal around here? No, we haven't. Must have deleted it, and we'll just use one of these ones leading in to there. Now we should, I think I'll have a signal here. I don't think I'll rebuild this depot actually. I'm just looking at this curve, just making sure this is long enough for a Pendolino, which I think it is. And then basically, I did say we might have to rebuild a bit of this, which we have had to, but never mind, it's not the end of the world. That was the whole point of this exercise anyway, was to make the run from Liverpool Lime Street to the St Helens area a bit more realistic. So if we run that out again, it's just 2-track, and then we do have a little bit of a short section of 4-track between Huyton and Robbie, not sure. Then I want a nice fast turnout on that 70, that will do, something like that, and then we'll just go with these ones there, and then I'll have one. Oh, I haven't made them one way either, have I? Now everything's broken, which it is to be expected. Didn't look at the station actually, probably not going to be Liverpool Lime Street, is it? So just change these signals to one way, and then we've got the task of getting all the trains back in order. It has retaken Liverpool Lime Street, but everything's broken. Train, no electric path, upgrade, itinerary. Yes, I know lots of things are broken, they are going to be broken. No electric path, definitely is. Right, let's unpause the game and let's see if we can do something. So if we get the routes up, the routes we can see, rail routes, prepare yourself. Oh, that has. It's just taken a couple of seconds. Liverpool to Manchester, you're fine. What, shuttle, Liverpool, Transport for Wales, rail. Oh, that was good. Right, I like it when they fix themselves. I know something's broken. I think the bus route is broken, so if we pause the game, buildings, put a couple of bus stops there, and that's captured them. Train, no electric path. Turn around. Now the problem we got here is there's a train and a train. Oh damn, which one is it? That is Liverpool to Warrington Bank Quay. Okay, I'm gonna have to get rid of you, I'm afraid. And actually I did pause a couple of trains, didn't I? So that one there, and then where's the other one? You were paused, I know you're going again. So let's just speed the game up a little bit, and I'll do a little bit of smoothing while I'm waiting. No, that's not smoothing, is it? Definitely not. That is a little bit of smoothing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work around here. Why is that a bridge? That just wants to be road. It's better. Paint, where's the paint tool? Paint that bit of, nope, that's the wrong colour. Something like that, nope. Which colour was I using? Gravel. Maybe we'll go with the darker up around here. Just paint all this, all of this. I think we've gone a bit over the ballast there. Put that back in, something like that. Let's look at the terminals. Let's make sure. Now I don't really want trains on this side. It doesn't make a huge difference actually, but so what have we got going on? We've got a lot of services on platform 4. So the Northern Bank Quay. So you go on 1. Liverpool to Manchester Airport 2. You can go on 3, and then we've only got 2 services on 4 then, and then on this side, yeah, it's not the end of the world having passengers on either side, but yeah, that's all looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I know we've got a little bit of glitching going on, but I think overall I think it's a lot better than it was, and the approach, this is a lot more straight now. In the past it was curved, and this run here is a lot straighter than it was as well. So all in all, I think we can call that a success. Yeah, definitely. So there we are. I'm going to wait for a train to come in. Actually, no. What I'll do is I'll wait for a train to come in. I'm going to sort this terrain out here a little bit, and then we're just going to play out cab ride from Liverpool Lime Street to St Helens, basically, so we can see all the work that we've done in the last couple of episodes. But I'm definitely a lot happier with how this looks. So yeah, there we are. We've done Liverpool Lime Street again, but this time I'm a lot happier with how it looks. So I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave you with the journey through the cutting and then through to St Helens, and say until next time, bye bye.